So we're here with Mr. Julius Peters, an FEI Veterinary Delegate at Indoor Friesland, CSI 1 and 3 star. And we would like to know what it is exactly that you do and which tips you have for the grooms. So let's start with what you do at a horse show like this.
Yeah, it started a little bit with two big items for me. It's the biosecurity that we try, because we see bigger shows with 400 or 500 horses. We check them by arrival and we check the passport. Is the vaccination history correct? I think that's a great deal, and you see also that a lot of horses are vaccinated against herpes, pneumonia. It's not it's mandatory, but you see it also now in Germany in the national classes. It's obligatory. So it's because they travel a lot, horses, and the biosecurity is very a big issue. Yep. I check the stables before the horse entering. Are they clean? Are they sealed? And that kind of things. And then by the examination on arrival, it's very important also for the groom that all paperwork is done. We have several issues. They have to take the temperature 3 full days before the competition. They have to put them in the horse app, and then you have a self-certification form. There they have to declare who is the person responsible, who's the groom, but also that there are no ill horses at home. So that is not like strangle or that kind of stuff they have in the stables. When we have done that, so that's a real big amount of work. That especially by the examination on arrival, a lot of people will travel coming too late. We try as an organization that we said, okay, we have a time slot, say between 10 and 4 o'clock. Okay, and it is possible that you have an accident or you have something like a traffic jam. Please call then the organization. I'm a little bit later, but we see more and more, and also here in this show, that the time slot was till 4 o'clock, and half of the horses were entered and checked in. So then we have we need more veterinarians, because the veterinary the trot up is also starting. So that is often a real stressful part of the beginning. I told you after the examination on arrival, we do the trot up, and we see it especially like this shows that most of the time is the groom is doing the trot up. They know what they have to do. You have to stand still between the vet and the judge. You do say 20 meters in walk, trot. You have a turn and you come trot back. And I think it's very good that you exercise your horse at home. He should have pleasure in it, and he has to trot. And when you click, okay, trot and also back. And you have to train that at home. And I see that a lot, that the people don't train that. And when it's doubtful, you have to trot again. And that's not good. And so that's a little bit the second part of my job. So that is day one. And now here in Leeuwarden we have day two. Then I checked all the passports and I stamped the identity control. Most of the time we try to solve the problem like it's a validation of the passport. We can phone with the federation and is it valid, yeah or no. The vaccinations history, most of the time it's correct, but you see like here some people from the region also starting in the first time in the competition. They don't check the passports, and then we have to, sometimes we give a warning or a penalty. So everything, it's not that they have to go home, but we try to help and explain to the personal responsible or the groom what to do. So that's that part. Another part then, after all that jobs are done, is when a horse has an emergency. It's not that I treat the horse, it's forbidden as an official veterinarian. but it's very important that you keep contact with the permitted treating vet or the veterinary service manager when you want to treat a horse, that I can allow him to do that. When it's an emergency, we need a Form A, and then also I have to contact with the judge if it's possible that the horse can compete again or is withdrawn out of the competition. And second form, that's Form B, it's about the nebulization and also infusions when it is very hot or that kind of things. Then also the treating vet needs a permission. Another thing is that you see more and more on the shows that they use electromagnetic blankets or other machines. Please, as groom, give and contact the FEI vet what kind of machines you want to use. We put a sticker on it, so when the steward is controlling the stable and he sees you doing a procedure, then he knows, okay, it's allowed by the veterinary delegate. Because that also for me is a real part of the job, that I also work with the team of the stewards, the FEI stewards. So that should be very, that's most of the time it works out very good.
And what is the difference between you and the treating vet? Is the treating vet appointed by the organization, or is it going with the rider? Or
the permitted treating vet, the PTV you call it, it's possible that the organization is asking him to do that. He also have to do an exam for the FEI, so he needs a badge that he is permitted as a treating vet, and he has to do every year. That's also for me. Every year I do an exam. And I know an exam for the rules and for my English and all that kind of things. And I am appointed by the FEI. And when you have a CSI 1-star and 3-star like here in Leeuwarden, you need one veterinary delegate for every 400 horses and one permitted treating vet for every 200 horses.
And at 4 and 5 stars?
The 4 and 5 stars, it depends. When it is an official nation cup, then you need a committee, a veterinary committee of 3 people, and that's most of the time. There's one of the 3 is a foreign delegate, and he is also appointed by the FEI.
Okay, so that's a whole interesting story.
Yeah.
There goes a lot behind it.
Yeah, and then also you have the official veterinary we talked about, the permitted treating vet we talked about. Then you have when you need health papers, please also contact them in the start of the week. Contact the show office, because in several countries it takes a long time to get the official government vet to the venue, because he has to stamp the health papers. He's only allowed to do that, and you see that sometimes the people forget it, and then it's Sunday or say Saturday, and then the organization don't arrange a veterinary on the venue. So that's also for the groom. When you need health papers, especially the cross-bordering between Europe and the United Kingdom, it's very important that the people ask
time.
for the health papers on time.
Yeah.
And then the last kind of veterinarian who is involved in the competitions is the MCP, the medication control program. That's the veterinarian who is trained to take samples of the urine and blood. And you see that in the international competitions, we get a note from the FEI if the MCP veterinarian will be on the venue. When you have a European Championship or a World Championship or the Olympics next year in Paris, then for sure the horses who win the medals will test it. Okay.
Are there any other tips you have for the grooms? You've told a lot already, but maybe there are more.
Yeah, I think what's very important, what the complaint a lot is with the day of arrival, that it takes so much time. And you see it also here, we are in the center of a big city, and we don't have a real much parking space outside. but there were about 20 people who were helping unloading the truck, and we worked very hard. But when everyone is traveling till say 4 o'clock, is the time slot is closed. But yesterday we had half of the horses were in at 4 o'clock, so that's very stressful. And then the people complain, okay, we have to wait too long.
Yeah.
But please try to see in the approved schedule what is the time slot of the stables, and in the morning you are in 5 minutes you stay in the stable and we check the horses. But yeah, when everyone is coming a little bit too late,
Yeah.
then it's very difficult. So please try and when you have a problem, what I said, a traffic jam or that kind of stuff, please contact the organization that you are too late.
Well, thank you so much.
Another big issue in the biosecurity thing on the show is that we see that the grooms have a dog, and that's very nice and good. But please put them on the leash during the whole show. It's a little bit an issue because he can, when he's loose, he can drink water from a basket, or he can eat some food from a basket from another rider, and then he's coming to you, to your own place, and he's also drinking in the basket. And the horse of the other rider had some nasal discharge, so contagious material in the basket, in the water. So then it's easy to spread infectious diseases. So please, that's one thing. What's very important is that we ask that the dogs will on the leash. The second thing is, when the dog is on the medication, say for arthritis or stiffness, like Metacam or Novacam and all that kind of stuff, in SI days, and the dog is peeing in your box, and later on the horse is smelling and eating from the ground in the box, it's real possible that that your horse will become positive in the doping test. That's a little bit the same when a groom or an owner of somebody else who is visiting you in the stables, and he's also peeing in the stable. And when you are full in medication, say like sometimes for mental health or also for arthritis, then it's also possible that the doping test can be positive on real difficult chemical structures. So also it's a warning: no people and no dogs peeing in your box.
And you're going to be involved at the Paris Olympics next year.
Yeah,
What's going to be your role?
It's I'm very honored about it, and that's the same role what I do here. I'm veterinary delegate in a team of 4 people. And the chairman is Thierry from France, somebody from America, and somebody from Brazil, and I'm the 4th member of the veterinary committee. So I will be, I think, for 3 weeks in Paris. All the disciplines like the jumping, dressage and eventing. Then I'm 2 weeks at home, and I'm the foreign delegate. So I have to make the report for the Paralympics for the dressage.
Okay, wow.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for explaining all this, and lots of fun and good luck in Paris.
Okay, you're more than welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.